you're lucky enough to have gone to high school, you've probably been taught about simple interest and compound interest. This is boring for many, easy for some. If you're actually familiar with this material, you can skip to other segments of our platform. But even if you're not terribly comfortable with it, I think you should recognize that it's really important for you to understand the power of simple and compound interest in order to proceed on your investment journey. Salesmen who advertise financial products will very frequently tell you that your money will double, as with others who have had investment success. And it's generally true that money will grow, sometimes just not as fast as they tell you, sometimes a little slower, sometimes with a little bit of risk, and sometimes with a lot of it. The purpose of this segment is to show you how it works, when it works, how you should think about it, and how you should not. A simple rule of thumb saves you from algebra. Known as the rule of 72, it says that if you divide 72 by the interest rate at which your investment grows, then you get the number of years it takes for your money to double. For example, if fixed deposit rates are 8% per year, then under this rule, it would take 9 years for your money to double. The story then continues as follows. Example 1. Suppose you start with rupees 1 lakh when you're 20 years old and you invest it to grow at 8% per year in that fixed deposit. In the next 9 years, by age 29, you're at 2 lakhs. By 38, you're at 4. By 47, at 8 lakhs. By 56 years, at 16 lakhs. And at age 65, you're at 32 lakhs. There are risks about whether you will continue to get 8% every time in the future when the fixed deposit matures, but let's ignore that for now. The point is that if you let it work this way over time, you retire with 32 lakhs. But will you? Example 2. If instead you start at age 29 instead of 20 with the same rupees 1 lakh, you end up with only 16 lakhs at age 65. Even though you waited only 9 more years to start your investing journey, its value when you retire at 65 is cut by half, from 32 to 16. This is how compounding works. And the implication is obviously to start early. But the story continues still further. What if you didn't invest in fixed deposits at 8%, but in mutual funds, which in India have grown historically at about 12% per year? They promise a higher return than 8 because they are more risky than the fixed deposit in example 1. What this does is it makes your money double faster. 72 divided by 12 means it doubles every 6 years. Example 3. And the 20-year-old who started with the same 1 lakh, now not in fixed deposits but in mutual funds. That same 1 lakh will be at 2 lakhs by 26, not 29, 4 lakhs by 32, 8 lakhs by 38 every 6 years, remember? 16 lakhs by 44, 32 lakhs by 50, 64 lakhs by 56, 1.28 crores by age 62. Aren't you tempted by retirement 3 years early? But the story still does not end. What if you didn't just put 1 lakh in the beginning and watched it grow at 8 or 12 fixed deposit or mutual fund, but you also diligently added 12,000 to it every year, 1,000 rupees a month? In the FD of example 1, your future value at age 65 would be 7.8 crores. In the mutual fund example 3, your future value would be nearly 32 crores. Are you surprised? To make it even more breathless, you will hear pundits proclaim that since India started shining in the early 1990s, although there have been periods when those risky equity markets have performed badly, they have eventually recovered. So how can you go wrong with the Indian equity mutual fund option? You can sense from my tone so far that I am making fun of this approach, and that soon you will find out that something is in fact wrong. On the contrary, all the facts above have been accurate. Fixed deposit rates of 8%, mutual fund rates of 12%, Indian markets always recovering within a few years. Indeed, being early, contributing regularly, and staying the course for the long term has worked for many people, including myself, in many locations over many years. This, in fact, is the prescription of most finance and investment textbooks. But, as with every story, there is more, other looks, different takes. Consider, again, the youthful 20-year-old mutual fund investor from example 3. Traveling through time. Maybe she can see the results of the time travel her parents or family may have undertaken if they started on that same journey many years ago. Let's take the happy outcome first. Suppose they had done the same mutual fund investment of example 3, the family that is, but had at some point in the past sold some land to a developer for a big chunk of money, or they are sitting on a property that has appreciated nicely. Obviously, they have no need for this mutual fund investment that they left growing. The mutual fund money that it has grown to can be left for future generations to enjoy. It can, in fact, be given to you. Compounding, thus, can continue forever. The less happy outcome is, of course, that this pot of money is all you have to retire upon. No pension scheme, no inheritance, no other family money. And as you age, the risk of remaining in equities looms very heavy, especially when you get closer to retirement and the biggest chunk of its growth is yet to come. Indeed, the very same financial advisors who recommended the initial mutual fund in the first place will be and should be the first to tell you that you need to reduce your risk exposure as you approach retirement. This typically means gradually shifting out of equities and into safe fixed income securities, and may even start earlier in your lifespan. And this, of course, is the correct thing to do. If you do this, the doubling period will obviously get longer as you age, since your investments have gradually become more conservative, less risky, and you will earn a lower annual return over this time. The compounding rate is no longer constant as first advertised, and the future value at age 65, retirement, of your investments will be somewhat less than the 1.28 crores in example 3 for that 20-year-old mutual fund investor. Perhaps instead of fixing what you save now towards retirement and ending up with an uncertain future amount, what might be better for you to do is to fix the amount you need at retirement and work backwards to figure out what you should be saving now instead. Thank you very much for watching this segment. Please watch other content and other videos on our platform as you proceed on your journey towards wealth creation. Thank you.